Veryovkina Cave Incident. On August 3, 2021, a team of 7 experienced cavers from Poland and Ukraine were exploring the Veryovkina Cave in Abkhazia, Georgia, the world's deepest known cave system at over 2,200 meters deep. The team was conducting research at approximately 1,800 meters below the surface when unexpected heavy rainfall caused rapid flooding in the lower sections of the cave. 2 cavers, Peter Novak, 36, and Alexander Kovalchuk, 29, were separated from the main team when a sump, or underwater passage, they were documenting suddenly filled completely. The remainder of the team retreated to a higher chamber and contacted the surface team via an established communication system. The Georgian Abkhazian Cave Rescue Service mobilized immediately, but faced extreme challenges reaching the trapped cavers due to the depth and technical difficulty of the cave. After a 4-day rescue operation involving 43 rescuers from 5 countries, the bodies of both cavers were recovered. Investigation determined they had drowned when water levels rose too quickly for them to retreat to higher ground. The incident led to new protocols for deep cave exploration, including more comprehensive weather monitoring systems with satellite communication links to cave teams. Cueva del Agua disaster. On March 17, 2022, a group of 4 Spanish cavers entered Cueva del Agua in the Sierra de Maria Las Velas Natural Park in Andalusia, Spain. The team was documenting newly discovered passages in the extensive underwater cave system, which contains both dry chambers and flooded sections requiring cave diving equipment. During their exploration, a partial collapse occurred in a previously stable gallery approximately 700 meters from the entrance. The collapse trapped Maria Fernandez, 41, and Carlos Jimenez, 38, on the far side of the blockage. Their companions, who were in an adjacent chamber, were able to exit the cave and alert authorities. The Spanish Civil Guard's mountain rescue team arrived within hours, but the unstable nature of the collapse made rescue efforts extremely dangerous. After 2 days of careful work to stabilize the area, rescuers were able to create a small opening through the collapse. Unfortunately, by then both cavers had succumbed to their injuries sustained during the initial rockfall. The cave was subsequently closed to recreational exploration and reclassified as requiring professional-level certification for access. Tham Luang Cave Flooding. On November 8, 2023, a team of 3 experienced cave guides, Somchai Ritachai, 32, Lu Wei, 29, and Amanda Parker, 35, were conducting a safety inspection of the cave's newly established tourist route when a sudden monsoonal downpour struck the region. Despite new warning systems installed in 2018, a monitoring station malfunctioned, failing to alert the team to rapidly rising water levels. The 3 guides were approximately 2 kilometers inside the cave when floodwaters rushed in, blocking their planned exit route. Rescue teams mobilized quickly, but the water rose too rapidly. 2 days later, divers located the bodies of all 3 guides in a chamber now known as Memorial Hall. Investigation revealed they had attempted to reach higher ground but were overcome by the speed and force of the flash flood. Following this tragedy, Thai authorities implemented redundant water monitoring systems throughout the cave complex and revised safety protocols to prohibit any cave access during the entire monsoon season, regardless of weather forecasts. Waitomo Technical Diving Incident. On February 12, 2020, a specialized cave diving team was exploring the underwater extensions of New Zealand's Waitomo Cave System, a popular tourist destination known for its glowworm displays. The 4-person team, led by veteran technical diver Marcus Holloway, 44, was mapping previously unexplored submerged passages beyond the established tourist routes. During their planned 3-hour dive at depths exceeding 40 meters, the team encountered a sudden silt-out, a dangerous condition where disturbed sediment reduces visibility to 0. In the ensuing disorientation, 2 team members, Holloway and dive partner Elise Chen, 38, became separated from their guideline, their primary means of navigation back to the exit. The remaining divers followed protocol by exiting to summon help when the pair failed to surface at their designated time. The New Zealand Cave Rescue deployed specialized cave divers who located the bodies 48 hours later. Investigation revealed both divers had run out of air while attempting to navigate the complex passage system in 0 visibility. The tragedy prompted new regulations requiring redundant guideline systems and additional safety protocols for technical diving operations in the Waitomo system. Mammoth Cave Incident. On December 4, 2022, experienced cavers Dakota Williams, 27, and Terrence Myers, 31, embarked on an authorized research expedition to study microbial life in the rarely visited lower levels of Kentucky's Mammoth Cave system. The pair, both microbiologists with over 500 hours of documented cave experience, had permits to access areas typically off-limits to tourists. While collecting samples approximately 8 kilometers from the nearest entrance, Williams slipped while crossing a narrow ledge above an underground stream, falling into the 7 degrees Celsius, 45 degrees Fahrenheit, water. The fall resulted in a compound fracture to his leg, immobilizing him. Despite Myers' efforts to create an emergency bivouac and warm his partner, the combination of wet clothing, cold air temperatures, and distance from the entrance created a critical situation. Myers activated their emergency locator beacon and began the journey out to guide the rescue team. However, the complex nature of the cave passages meant the rescue team took over 14 hours to reach Williams, by which time he had succumbed to hypothermia. The incident led the National Park Service to implement stricter requirements for thermal protection gear and communication equipment for all research expeditions, regardless of the researcher's experience level. Dockstein Mammoth Alley Flash Flood. On July 16, 2024, a multinational research team of 6 speleologists was documenting newly discovered passages in the Dockstein Mammoth Alley system in Austria. The team included researchers from Austria, Germany, and the United States working on climate research through the study of cave formations. At approximately 3:30 p.m. local time, an intense localized thunderstorm developed above the mountain on top of the cave, dumping more than 100 millimeters of rain in less than 2 hours. Despite the cave entrance being equipped with modern weather monitoring systems, the exceptionally rapid water accumulation overwhelmed the natural drainage channels in the karst landscape. 4 team members were in a chamber near enough to an exit to escape when water began rising. However, geologists Dr. Hannah Muller, 36, and Dr. James Peterson, 42, were documenting formations in a lower gallery known as the Cathedral Room when the flood pulse reached them. According to surviving team members, the water rose more than 2 meters within minutes. The Austrian Mountain Rescue Service mobilized immediately, but rescue divers could not enter the flooded passages until water levels began receding 18 hours later. The bodies of both scientists were recovered on July 18. They had attempted to reach higher ground but were caught by the rapidly rising water in a section with no accessible high points. Following this incident, the Austrian Alpine Club implemented new protocols requiring all research teams to maintain real-time communication with surface monitoring stations and established mandatory evacuation triggers based on precipitation rates rather than accumulated rainfall totals. Tasmanian Juni Florentine System diving accident. On October 12, 2023, experienced cave divers Richard Cooper, 34, and Melissa Wong, 37, were conducting a planned exploration dive in Australia's Juni Florentine cave system in Tasmania. Both were certified cave diving instructors with thousands of logged dives and had previously participated in multiple exploration projects in the system. The pair was attempting to extend mapping of a submerged tunnel known as the Abyss, a section approximately 3 kilometers from the entrance. This particular dive required navigating through several tight restrictions and maintaining precise buoyancy control in near-freezing water. According to the investigation report, the divers encountered a previously unknown restriction at approximately 40 meters depth that was partially obscured by a silty overhang. While attempting to negotiate this passage, Wong became briefly entangled in the guideline. Cooper attempted to assist, but in doing so, both divers stirred up significant silt, reducing visibility to 0. During the ensuing efforts to free Wong, Cooper apparently struck his head on a rock projection, cracking his mask and causing it to flood. The cold water temperature, approximately 7 degrees Celsius, 45 degrees Fahrenheit, would have triggered an involuntary gasp reflex, likely causing him to inhale water. Wong managed to free herself but was unable to locate Cooper in the 0 visibility conditions and depleting air supply. Following dive safety protocols, Wong was forced to exit alone when her search attempts proved unsuccessful and her remaining air reached the safety threshold. A recovery dive mounted 18 hours later located Cooper's body approximately 10 meters beyond the restriction. The Australian Speleological Federation subsequently revised its cave diving protocols, mandating the use of full face masks with communication systems for all exploration dives in the Juni Florentine system and implementing more stringent air management rules for similar environments. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell to stay notified about all things caves, dives, and climbs.